Yeah, what's up? This is your boy Robert Medley coming straight out of the Medley Media Podcast, the dopest podcast in North Carolina. Yeah, I said it, the dopest podcast in North Carolina. And today we have a new talent on the podcast, the talented, beautiful Dessiblue. What's good with you?
Word, I feel like I had to come in with an intro. What's up, y'all? This the best.
What's good with you, though?
What's up?
Thank you for being on the podcast, man.
Of course.
Okay. All right. So since it's your first time, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get into your whole story. Where were you born?
Brooklyn, Sunset Park.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Sunset Park.
I used to be back and forth there a lot between there, Staten Island. We lived in Jersey at one point too, but Brooklyn is really like, it's very New York. Well, everywhere in New York is very New York, but it's like, yeah. Brooklyn. Yeah. When I think of New York, I always think of Brooklyn, Boogie Down Bronx, and yeah,
you know,
Bronx is the biggest one.
Oh, Bronx is the biggest borough?
Nah,
okay.
Not the biggest. Is it?
I don't know.
Me either.
Not sure.
Shit, I don't know. But when people think of New York, they always bring up the Bronx.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And people get it really excited. Like whenever I ask, like, "Oh, what part of New York are from?" "Oh, I'm from the Bronx." "I'm from the Bronx." Like yo.
Rep it. Yeah. They don't play about that shit.
Okay, tell me a little bit about growing up there.
So I was born there. I really grew up in like Staten Island.
Okay, Staten Island.
I know we lived in Jersey for a bit, mostly Staten Island. Staten Island was, New York don't be jacking that borough.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, Staten Island is not a part of New York, but bitch it is. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I went to school there. I know in my grandma neighborhood, we lived with my grandma for a long time. Her neighborhood was more calm. But then when we moved out from there, we moved to West Brighton. That was a little more harsher. It was a little more rough. Middle school, high school, all rough. Them bitches hated me. Why? I don't know. But I ain't give a fuck either. So in high school, Ma used to have to pick me up every other week. Like, I was in some shit every other week. Not because I was looking for it, because don't try me. Like, at some point, I think a lot of girls go through that. A lot of girls is weird. Like, they walk in a spot, it's like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, sometimes girls are so quick to go to not liking you instead of trying to be your friend or something. So now that I make music and girls listen to my music and they come up to me and it's like, oh, I love your music, it's weird. Like, I love it. But it's so weird because for so long, females didn't like me. So when you actually meet a nice female, it's kind of like, oh, all right, we cool. It's no beef here. Yeah.
When I was in school, though, and this was 90s, but it's like the dark-skinned girls used to hit on the light-skinned girls just because they were light-skinned.
Yeah. A lot of times they think I'm soft because I'm light-skinned. I'm not soft, bitch. Try me and find out. Like, a lot of times, though, that's how it was in high school all the time. They underestimate you because you light-skinned. I don't think anybody should be underestimated or overestimated for the color of their skin.
Yeah, facts.
What does that mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. But a lot of the dark-skinned girls used to, try to jump the light-skinned girl with the long hair.
And it'd be
shit.
the other way around too sometimes. But the way I've dealt with it was that way. Like, dark-skinned girls will always think I was soft because of the color of my skin.
Okay.
That's not that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what made you move down to North Carolina?
So, all right. I was at a point my mom had been bringing up moving, but I was certain. I was like, yeah, I'm not leaving. Absolutely not. Like, not even a question in my head. But I went through a little heartbreak in school, and it kind of, when I love hard. So in school, it's kind of hard to avoid somebody. It kind of seemed like mad dramatic. But for me, since I love so hard, it's kind of like I was hurt.
Yeah. Like
real hurt. And then the way that it went down wasn't like a regular thing. Like, it was mad other shit that went on. So I felt tired. And I felt mentally it took a toll on me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a lot. So then at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Like, that's when Corona started too. New York is very crowded. Like, everything is next to each other. It was all of that just like But then at the same time, it was like, if I don't get out of here, I'm going to do some crazy shit that I can't get back from. So I need to get out of here because I'm not going to grow here.
Yeah, I could just imagine what New York was like during COVID, you know, because
Yeah.
North Carolina was crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I could just imagine being in a huge city like that.
Yeah, like
And everything
almost
been shut
everybody
down.
was sick.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Now, did you ever catch COVID when it was happening?
I think I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get tested for it, but like I had a real bad fever and the body aches was horrible for like
Yeah.
2 days. Yeah, I was scared. I was like, Ma, I don't want to die.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It seems like not that serious, but that shit was that
Yeah,
serious.
it was. It was. Whenever I got sick, I had got it bad. Not to the point where I felt like I was going to die, but I was, you know, I had the cold chills, the aches. I couldn't smell or taste anything. And every time I cough, it felt like my chest was on fire. And ever since, you know, I don't really get sick like that, but whenever I do get sick, it was never like that. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on with me?
Yeah.
But when they say that it hits your system hard, like it really does hit your system hard. It's ridiculous.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So, but and another thing, when you say that, you know, when you love hard, yeah, a breakup or something that happens when you really, really love somebody, then that can be tough. You know what I'm saying? So, and me, I'm a sensitive brother, so I'm listening to Brian McKnight and Boys to Men in my bed, Jagged Edge.
Yo, that's how real it is. My mom used to come in the room, and I feel like when I be going through shit, I need to get that shit out.
Yeah,
and
you do.
music was always so big for me. Like I would find a song that would relate to what I was feeling, and I would play that shit out until I felt like I got the hurt out. And even after you feel like you get the hurt out, it's not out yet.
It's not.
But for me, I would take that time as like, yeah, like I need to feel it. I need to feel every bit of this pain so I don't come back here.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And when it's done, it's done. But you know, when you're going through it, man, it seems like the worst shit on the planet, man. When you're going through a heartache, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure everybody's done been through it. And my brother ain't got no feelings. He was like, yo, fuck it. Move on to the next.
Nah,
I wish
me.
I had feelings like
I'll
that.
probably act like that, but in the inside, yeah, I'm hurt. Word.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that transition moving to North Carolina. How did you feel like you fit in? Were you still in school whenever you moved to North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I came to school out here, it was weird. It was different. It was slow. Like, the schools in New York is ghetto as fuck. Like, first day you step in, bitch, you better be ready to fight if something pop off. Like, and I came here and it was kind of like somebody got these country boots on and with the points on them, and he wearing a fucking hat. He got it attached to his bag, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
it's different down here.
Word, what am I doing here? But it was nice. I never had no problems in the school here. I don't think nobody really fucked with me like that. They all knew I made music.
Yeah.
Which was like, I don't even know how they really did. But yeah, it would be cool. I would talk to the teachers about it and stuff. But yeah, it was real slow over here too. Like, New York is fast. Like, everything is like, well, I go down the block to the deli, get something to eat. No. Over here, you got to drive like 5 fucking minutes. And they don't even got like no bodegas here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't even make chopped cheese. What are y'all doing, Medley?
Like I said, it's real country down here. You know what I'm saying? No, when I went to New York, though, like, everything was, like, mad expensive then. And I think I went to New York, like, 2002, I think. 2002, 2003, that was, like, my graduating year. And like I said, I went to Harlem, and I went to McDonald's. And a McDonald's meal was, like, $9 then. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was, like, $4 down here at the time and everything. So it was like
and the pay rate is different too.
Yeah.
It's so much higher in New York. Over here, mad low.
And then I remember some guys because we was outside trying to see how much money we had and shit like that. And one guy was like, yeah, y'all better put y'all money up, man, shit like that. And then here come 3 other guys. It's like, yo, where y'all from? Where y'all from? You know, they was talking at New York shit. Where y'all from? Where y'all from, B? Where
we
y'all
do
from?
not sound like that.
Where y'all from, son? And I'm trying to throw my New York accent in and shit. Oh yeah, we from on the block, B. We at the block, son.
They like, nah, get him out of here.
Yeah. But yeah, New York, man. Like I loved it. You know what I'm saying? It is fast paced, and you know, we was trying to see, you know, how we can get to borough to borough. And one girl helped us. She was like, no, you got to get a Metro card. And we got the Metro card and shit.
Train, a bus.
Yeah, man.
I never
so
paid for
crazy.
that shit.
Yeah.
I would jump it every time. I'm not paying for that. Like, who are y'all? I'm not paying to get on the bus.
Like I said, we didn't know nothing, man. We were squares, man. So just trying to go around New York for the weekend and shit. But it was a dope experience, man. It's very different. No, and I'm telling you, the motherfucking rats y'all have up there.
Yo, they got names
Oh
and
my,
shit.
yo,
You know them.
It
They're
look
part
like
of the community.
No, that rat look like a motherfucking cat.
Swear. All in the sewer. And everybody be looking at it like, well, leave him alone. Like, let me throw him some bread so he could get through the day. Or,
oh wow.
Yeah.
So did you start doing music up there when you came down here?
So with music, I say the first. It's my fault. I'm cold.
Oh no, you good. You good. You good.
Like
I
shivering.
You ain't the only one.
But the first time I stepped in a studio was here. But in New York, I was always able to rhyme my words. Like, I'll be having a conversation and I'll make that shit just go. And me and my friend, her name is Tiana. She like my sister. We used to laugh about it. She used to laugh because I'll start a conversation and I keep going like, da-da, da-da, da-da. She used to laugh like, bitch, what are you doing? And I used to be like, I don't fucking know.
Okay.
But, yeah. So, still, I was very big on music in New York, though. I remember I had a friend. He made music and he was really good. Like, I always had an ear for it. Like, if I hear two songs, I'm gonna know which one is like heat, like the quality, the way you slide on it. When you decide to get on the beat, do your ad libs fit in the little spaces?
Facts.
I was good with that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So with him, that was before I made music, but he made his music and I saw so much potential in him. Like, yo, he could be like big as fuck. Like, and he was hungry for it, but not hungry enough. So I fake tried to be his manager. I created him a distro kit and all of this stuff to get his music on Apple Music so people wouldn't look at him as a SoundCloud rapper no more.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I would tell my mom about it. And she would be like, why are you doing all that for him? You could do it for yourself. And I was like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? But then it was kind of like, I was pouring so much into him that it was kind of like, you know, I was trying to help him. I wanted it for him so bad. And then when I started trying to rhyme stuff together and put together a song, it was crazy. I was like, bitch.
So take me to that first experience, though, like that first studio session. And then I'll tell you mine.
Okay. So I had a friend named Sky. Not had. Well, I still got her.
Okay. Okay. I ain't know if y'all stop talking or what.
Nah, yeah. But I remember she had graduated before me. So I was still in school. But it was the summer. And I think we both graduated. But at this point, she was ready to go off to college. So she was going to go to college like the next week. And I was like, we was like, yo, it's so boring over here. There's nothing to fucking do. She was from New York, too. She had moved down here. And we was like, yo, we're so bored. There's nothing to do. And we heard, I think, Dream Doll. She got a song called Tryouts. She dissing all the motherfuckers she used to date, talk to. She like, fuck y'all. She like, she saying.
Female hit them up.
Swear, she talking mad shit about all of them. So Sky was like, yeah, man, fuck them. Let's make a diss track. And I'm like, what? And I never had mad boyfriends. Like, I would play with people, yeah, but like boyfriends to be talking about, like, no, I didn't have that. So, yeah, so she started writing it. She like, yeah, we should go to a studio. I'm like, you're wildin'. Like, yeah. But then I'm like, whatever. Me thinking we not going to go through with it.
Yeah.
So we had went to the Rich Girls Museum, me, my mom, and my cousin a couple of days before. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I think there's like a studio right by there. So I called.
Shout out to Jay White.
Or Carolina shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We called the studio, and it was a girl named Nisi. Mm-hmm. And Nisi had been there the day I went to the Rich Girls Museum. So she heard my voice. She's like, oh, you from New York, aren't you? Weren't you here the other day? So I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's mad crazy. But I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So we booked it. She like, yeah, I'm going to put you with Ray. I like him. Da-da-da.
Yeah, Ray.
Yeah, we scheduled like 2 hours. Me still thinking we joking and shit. But then we sent a deposit. So I'm like, oh, we probably really going to do this shit. So then the next day we link up. And she showed me that she wrote this whole thing down. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, she think we about to be on fucking Funk Flex doing this shit. I'm like,
freestyle.
What the fuck? But I'm like, yo, we're so bored. We don't got nothing to do. I'm like, okay. We start writing a song together. I wrote the freestyle, but like I was just making up names because I never deal with no dudes like mad dudes and have mad shit to say about them. So I was like, let's just do a song together. We do a song together. And then I'm like, I'm going to write my own shit to try to fit it into that studio session. Like, fuck it. I think I got this. Like, fuck it. So then we went, and I never felt the way I felt in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it felt like, yeah, this is where I am.
Yeah, like a new high.
Yeah, it felt like my body was shaking. I felt adrenaline. I felt like, look, I'm getting that shit right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Swear, I was getting bumps. I was getting goosebumps. It was crazy. Like, I felt like at home. I never had anything to make me feel like that before. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lose this shit. So I had saved the songs, and after I left the studio, so my dad and everybody was clowning me type shit. They was like, yo, he was walking around doing Mobb Deep, acting like, he's like, what you think you're gonna, like, they didn't think I was serious. And then I sent them the 3 songs I did. And they heard it, and, like, I think that shit is trash. But back then, I was excited. Like, because I've grown so much now and developed my sound so much more. But back then, I was like, this shit is ass. And my mom was like, what the fuck? She was like, what the fuck is this? And, yeah, it kind of solidified it from there.
That's what's up.
I never stopped going.
Okay.
And I've never had nothing that constant in my life.
Okay. So now when you the first time you went to the studio, did you rap the first time, or you just went with your friend?
Yeah, when I went with her, we both got in the booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what your first lyrics were?
Yeah. I said, freak hoe, tell Ray run it back on the beat though. Tough skin so you know that I eat those when I spin back a movie like Regal. And then I had just met Ray. I'm like, fuck it, I'm putting his name in a song. I'm like that. Like, he was like, what
shout out
the
to Ray.
fuck?
Yeah. Ray's from here, Asheboro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he stays here. Yeah, my guy, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's up. Now, my first studio session, I didn't do anything. I was just there with somebody. Mm-hmm. And you do a layer, you know what I'm saying? You do a layer. Some people do, ad-libs and stuff like that. And I didn't know what ad-libs were. And they was like, yo, do some libs. So the only thing that I'm hearing is like a closet. But the engineer had headphones on. So we're just sitting in the chair and everything. And the only thing that I could hear was him in the closet saying, And I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, weird.
I said, what is going on here? I was like, what is he doing? So, but when he played it back and I saw how everything was just layered and, the ad-libs and shit, I was like, oh, shit.
That shit is,
you know what I'm saying?
It's it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's addicting, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So not only did I, because I had already was singing, you know what I'm saying, from, as a kid, but getting into the engineer space, I was like, damn, I could sit in a chair for 8 to 12 hours and put a song together and put it together and arrange it and everything. And I've always wrote songs, you know what I'm saying, about listening to Boys and Men and Brian McKnight and stuff. Like, I've always been like, yo, let me write some songs. And the reason why I got into doing music was girls, you know what I'm saying, which a lot of males do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I used to, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to be that smooth nigga in school, you know what I'm saying?
What we doing today?
And I had a group when I was in middle school. Guess what our names were? It was 4 of us. Guess what our name was?
Tell me.
The 4 Seasons. Motherfucking 4 Seasons.
Look at
the motherfucking 4 Seasons.
Fuck them all.
Well, we sure thought we was Boys to Men, man. But yeah, man. So that was my first experience, man. But right then and there, I was like, yo, I love this environment. I love it. So, I was working and I got my income tax check and I got like a little studio, set up, computer with a Walmart microphone. Was having people come over, from in my mama's patio and recording, and then it just grew and grew and grew.
My dad got me it was like one of these.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I put it on my night table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was serious. He sweat. Shit, he right. But before, I think it was, I don't remember if it was before the first time I went to the studio or after, but it was like a bed day. And I went to his room, and he had a documentary about Little Kim on.
Oh, okay.
And I fell in love.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this bitch is fire. Like, the way she dressed, the style, how she wasn't scared to open her mouth and, like, word. Like, and even back then more, it was a more male-dominated industry. She didn't give a fuck. Like, I fell in love with it. Then after he told me about the Junior Mafia and Bella Mafia and how that went down and how Biggie came into it, then Pac came into it, and then we were there the whole day just going over everything. We started listening to Mobb Deep, looking up instrumentals, all of this stuff, and I felt like, yo, I be getting tired of conversations. I wasn't tired of that. I was ready for the next video.
Yeah.
After that, in love with Lil' Kim, Foxy, her too, all of them.
That's what's up. So would you say that Lil' Kim's like your favorite artist of all time? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. What's your favorite Lil' Kim line?
Kim, what we doing? It's a lot. I think when she slid on, she did the Mobb Deep remix. Okay. She slid on that shit. Like all of them, like 4 guys, and she just fuck it. It was catchy. It was just like let me think. I got to think of all of them. It's too many. And I feel like she was so versatile, too. Like the Crush on You with Lil C's. Like that was a whole different thing from the Mobb Deep one.
Yeah.
And she just came on that and like crazy.
Oh, yeah. I had the poster. With the legs open. Yo, that poster was fire.
How about she did a song and she was like answering jail calls. They was calling her from the jail.
Oh, word.
Yes. Which one was it? Fuck. Which one was it? Fuck. She just answered it. She just added so many different things to her music that it was just like, and I feel like she paved the way for so many people, so many girls to sit here and like, even me, obviously me, to sit here and be like, yeah, like, just because you a female don't mean that you can't come over here and be what you want to be and be loud with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt like now I be quiet. High school, I'll be loud. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
So you was loud?
Yeah, like, I was just like, I don't fucking know what the fuck was that about, but word.
And every person that I've met from New York is like loud and aggressive.
Oh, yeah,
like,
we straight like that.
Wow.
Now I've calmed down more, but in New York, word.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. So like I told you, I used to date a girl from New York and she was mad aggressive.
Oh
what the fuck is you doing? What the fuck is you doing? I was like, yo.
Yeah, I only lasted a month.
I'm for real. Like, and you know, when you hang around somebody for a short time or a long time, you start to pick up mannerisms from them. And like, I ain't even done nothing, son.
Word.
I ain't done nothing. I'm talking like you now.
It be like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, going back into your music, you know what I'm saying? What, how can I say it? From the joints that you have recorded, and I looked up a lot of stuff that you've done, like Pressure, Big Timer, Acting Up, you know what I'm saying? Why Would You Fold? Which one would you say was your best?
They always ask me this.
Yeah.
My biggest or my favorite? What?
Yeah, your favorite, and you know what I'm saying, something that, you know, you will always like, yo, this is the one, you know what I'm saying, that I'll always remember.
I think people probably like why I always say this one. I think it would be Why Would You Fold?
Okay. And why's that?
I feel like I don't really like talking about my emotions in songs. And in that one, I just felt like I needed healing and I wasn't letting go of what was hurting me.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to move on from it. So that was like the song that I used music to do that. And that song gave me so much clarity, so much. I was able to put my feelings into something that, like a body of art.
So it was therapy for you, pretty much. Yeah.
And with my other songs, I use them as therapy too, but not like that one. That one was like, I was hurt and I couldn't, I didn't feel like anybody was understanding me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I was talking to myself in a booth and I never had that before. So it was kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's underrated as fuck. Like, stop playing with me.
Now speaking of, therapy and everything, and I know mental illness is a real thing, you know what I'm saying? So have you ever had therapy?
No, but as far as I can remember, I've always struggled with mental illness.
Yeah.
Like my mental health, like I feel like a lot of people downplay that.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
And maybe not now anymore like they did before, but I felt like my mom would have to come pick me up from school from crying. Ask me why I was crying. I don't know. I couldn't shake it. And even still today, like, people don't understand the fucking war. I be at war with my head. Like, and people see me and they probably don't see that. They see a pretty girl and all of this stuff, and no, I be going through it hard.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
like it's hard to even explain. Like that shit could have you like it's mental, but that shit could have you laying in your bed. You feel like you can't get up.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
hard. It's just hard to even speak on. Like,
Nah, for real. Nah, it really is, and a lot of people take it for granted. Like I still have therapy 2 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the stuff that I've been through, and then relationships that I've been in, and everything. Because I've always felt like people have left me at my worst. You know what I'm saying?
Abandonment.
And yeah. And that's what he said. He was like, yo, you got abandonment issues. And I know it stems from my mom, you know what I'm saying, working 3 jobs and never been there and everything. And me playing ball and my mom never being in the stance, which none of my family was ever in the stance. You know what I'm saying? And when I started dating my lady, she was always trying to be at my games and everything. And
it
even
was
with,
different.
yeah, it was different. And you know what I'm saying? And I always used to tell her, like, yo, you don't have to come to my games. And I'm like, yo, I'm good. If you got something to do, yo, I'll just tell you how it went and everything. But she was like, no, I got to be at your games. And it was different for me. You know, it was very different seeing, you know, somebody in the stands cheering for me, you know, because I have a basketball league. You know, I still do the Medley Records basketball league. I've been doing that for like 10 years. But, you know, my past relationships, my past relationship that I dated a woman for 13 years. She was in and out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, one moment she would come to my games and then the next moment I couldn't get in touch with her because she was doing other shit. But, you know what I'm saying? It was inconsistent. So, you know, the lady that I talk to now, she's always at my game. So it's very, very different to the point where I was trying to push her away from doing that. Because that's what I was used to. And she was just like, yo, I'm going to be at your games. Chill. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So it's very different. But that does come from the abandonment issue. So that's funny that you say that, man. Yeah. So
I felt, I like, I never went to therapy. So I can't, like, I don't know where to stem. I could probably piece it together myself, but it's kind of like, I will always vouch for mental health.
Yeah,
always.
facts.
Because I go through that shit almost every day, and it's hard, and people think that shit is just in your head, and some people will be like, oh, just snap out of it.
Yeah, and people, you know, sometimes think, oh, it's a mental thing, and not like the shit is real. It really is. It does affect your day to day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you know
in middle school, high school, I used to cry about my future. Like, and most kids would have been excited about it. In that age, I wish I could have just been like, yo, just relax, enjoy this. No, I'll be in my room crying about my future. I cannot fail. I won't fail.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm going to do. I'm going to have to figure a way. I probably need to figure it out now. In high school and shit. Now I look at kids in high school now, like, just have fun. No, that's not. I'm always in my head all the time.
Yeah, it's like kids can't be kids nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Well, back when I was coming up, I had to worry about where my next meal was going to come from. And you know what I'm saying, and if we was gonna get kicked out of our, you know, apartment and different shit. You know,
like my mom said,
yeah,
we was always. A lot of people tell me I'm so mature for my age. We had to grow up fast.
Yeah,
it was like as her daughter, I felt like I had to be there for her too. You know, in the fuck. See, I feel like I'm gonna cry and shit.
No, you good.
But
you good.
I felt like I saw her go through so many things firsthand, and she didn't have anybody to run to. I felt like I had to be that for her. And I had to, you know, look at my brother and kind of like we both grew up in the same household, but we're both so different. The way I took things, he probably didn't take it that way. So, like, when I see him growing up and becoming the man that he's becoming and, like, treating his girlfriend the way he does, he's a man. Like, that's not no little boy. He don't do that little boy shit. He don't play them little boy games. Like, when you look at him, like, he's everything that me and my mom ever wanted him to be.
Facts.
And the times where we felt like my dad, like, you know, they wasn't together and it was just the three of us a lot, like, we did our shit with him. Like, I love him, like, blindly.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Crazy.
That's what's up. All right, taking it back to your music, I'm going to give you a scenario right quick because we already talked about your studio recording. Okay. All right, you and your manager set up a show. You know what I'm saying? You're headlining and everything. Y'all promote it like hell. 4 people show up. What's your next move?
I'm performing. I'm giving that shit like it's 4,000. I just did something like that. Swear to God, it had to be 3-4 people in the room in a big ass like half of a gym. I still perform my shit like mad people was there. We recorded it like it was. Behind that camera, nobody know what's going on. On the camera, it looked like it was a fucking show with people, and we was all lit.
That's good.
And they pushed me to do that because, you know, sometimes it gets a little discouraging, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But, yeah, I am doing that because whether it's 4 people or 5,000 people, that's where it starts. It's not always going to be a fucking thing full of people. Like, yeah, and we have fun. Shit, I even got on the stage outside when there was 0 people, just them, me and my team. I'm still performing. We still recording it, and
That's what's
fuck
up.
it.
That's what's up. Because a lot of artists, you know, feel like they're entitled. You got to have 50 to 100 people there, and it's not always going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I know artists to this day that have like close to 100,000 views, but they can't sell out a show. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very hard. It's hard. It's easy to get somebody to click a follow, but it's hard to get somebody to pull up on you and everything. And one thing that I do, I go by the 1,000 fan rule. You know what I'm saying? And the 1,000 fan rule states, and this is like my own philosophy. 1,000 fan rule is like, yo, you don't need 1 million, followers. You need a thousand followers. So if you have 1,000 followers to buy your every, single merch and everything like that, you got to think about it. If you're selling shirts for $20 and 1,000 people come to your show that really, really fuck with you and buy, 1,000 shirts for $20, yo, you eating. You know what I'm saying? So you have a good living for yourself. So I always tell people that, like, and a lot of people think that you have to have like, 1 million followers or this and that or 100,000 followers. No, you just need a gang of people that fuck with you in your music and that love you, that fuck with you. And I know it starts from, your neighborhood and people that are, from your school or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that though. And then they tell people, and the way artists have it now, man, artists have it really, really good because everything is at your fingertips. You know what I'm saying? Where you can promote. Whenever
Back then it was like CDs out of a trunk, right?
Facts. It was CDs, and we had to write on them. And they used to have this thing called Arizona Peace. You remember Arizona Peace, my brother? Arizona Peace on a Thursday night. That was college night. So me and my boy Shad would go to Arizona Peace. And Arizona Peace didn't let out to probably like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So we'd be outside waiting for people to come outside, and then we're passing out CDs and flyers. And most of them CDs they're gonna look at it, they're gonna throw it down, or they're gonna throw it down a flyer, you know what I'm saying? But that's the nature of the game. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like artists have it so good. Artists are spoiled nowadays because back in the day, we had to get out and do that lead work. We had to meet people. We had to flirt with women. We had to, you know what I'm saying, just to get them on our team and shit like that. But now everything is at your fingertips, man, like for real. And just like I was telling your manager, like you're mad marketable. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need to capitalize on that because your talent and your personality alone is incredible. You know what I'm saying? So
don't gas me.
Yeah, for real. For real, like I'm gonna let it be known because it's hard to find somebody that's attractive, that's talented, and that has a personality. Most women that, no disrespect, most women that look like you are stuck up. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like, oh, I'm the shit, boom, 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 and don't want to listen to anybody. There's nothing wrong with, learning from someone that's been in the game or somebody that has had a lot of bullshit happen to them to school you, like, yo, don't do this. Because one thing about females, it's hard for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who's really on your team or who wants to just fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
My whole life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and I've been in rooms where there's been a female recording and everything, and then there's a producer. And I'm gonna just say it. I'm vulgar, so I'm gonna just say it. And it's like, yo, I like that beat. Can I have the girl be like, oh yeah, I like that beat. You know how much it? Oh well, I can give it to you, but you gonna suck a little dick first. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but it's crazy that it's like that, man. But that's why I was like, yo, women really need to, you know what I'm saying, really have the utmost respect for themselves. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And that's where I don't play about that.
Yeah, exactly.
In my songs, I'm not rapping about my pussy all the time. Absolutely not. I feel like that's why a lot of people don't take these bitches serious no more. Because it's like at some point, you're going to stand on your business and you're going to talk about stuff, or you're going to talk about your pussy and your tits and your ass like everybody else do. And I take that serious. Like my dad, he don't play about that.
Yeah,
like
fast.
He don't, like I've never been the type to be like, oh, no, in my music, I make sure that I stand clear on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very business. It's not, I'm not about to flirt with you to get where I want to be.
Exactly.
I'm not.
Exactly.
And especially in my music, I barely ever, like, speak about my body. Like, yeah, that, but not the way that these bitches be doing it. It be,
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's so much harder when you coming into this as a woman because they already look at you like, it's still male dominated. Yeah. Now the girls is getting on the rise, but it's still a lot of men who like think they could control shit and like, yeah, no. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
Yeah,
if it's not business, I leave.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how it is.
Yeah, and a lot of women have to be like that. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of women that, you know, when they're flirt with, they'll laugh it off, and you can't be like that. Sometimes it has to be that, yo, let's do music, don't fuck with me. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and shit like that, yeah.
The first time I went to the studio, I went and I got Cute to Feel Good. And I rung the little door thing, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. I think I didn't even know it was a session. I'm over here like I got an appointment. I'm like, I had an appointment at da-da-da. And he was like, oh, the Rich Girls Museum is next door. And I was like, what? I'm like, I'm not here for that. What? But in the moment, it was funny, but I never forgot that.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I knew that I can't, just because I'm a woman, I need to walk in a room on business. Mm-hmm. I can't be laughing too much. It can't be all smiles. They take that shit for weakness, and it sucks.
Yeah, fast.
The fact that it's like that sucks. Like, a woman should be able to walk in the same room as a man, laughing and shit. Or no, it's so much different for us.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, and I tell every, you know, female that whatever they're going into, whether they're going into acting or singing or, you know, rapping, like, it is male dominated, so you really have to set that tone from get go. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, I'm here to work, you know what I'm saying? I ain't here to flirt with none of y'all niggas and stuff like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it has to have that boundaries.
Word.
Okay, now the other thing that I was gonna talk to you about, you know what I'm saying, like your Put It on the Flow freestyle and everything, and I see that it has a lot of views on TikTok and YouTube. And it's only been, let me see. No, that's the backdoor joint. You know what I'm saying? What's the videographer that shot that? I know his name.
Off the top.
Off the top. Yeah. Shout out to him and everything. So, but I see that it has 148K. Wow. That's crazy.
First video.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the first video. That's unheard of. Like, most of the time it takes motherfuckers 5 to 10 years to get 148K. So yeah, you got something, man. You definitely got something. You know what I'm saying? So
with that one, it was funny because we all had like a meeting before we dropped it.
Oh yeah.
And we had a paper. Was it a paper? Yeah. And we had our paper and we was writing shit down. And we was like, my mom was just writing, when we gonna drop it, what's the reach that we wanted to get to, and all of this. And she wrote, I think she wrote 15K on the paper. And I was like, you bugging, 50K. And she was like, oh. She was like, all right, fuck it. And I'm like, I believe in manifestation and all of that shit. I was like, 50K. Look at that shit now. Almost 150K.
Yeah, that's
And when
crazy.
we seen it going up, it was like, at first I wasn't checking it because I forgot about it. Then Derek was like, yo, it's at 3,000. 3,000 was enough for me. I was like, bitch, I'm famous. It was like and then after that, I was addicted. I was checking it every day. Then we got to 100K, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's what's up.
And then the comments started coming in like, yo, this is crazy. This been on repeat for 3 weeks. All of this stuff. And then I felt like,
yeah, it be like that. It be like that. When I shot Animal with Stunner and the Baby, it was funny because that whole fucking story is funny because Stunner had like, yo, we're shooting a video day, can you shoot it? And I work 16 hours on Tuesdays at the group home. So I called in sick because I was like, yo, I really want to shoot this video. I didn't even know really who the Baby was like that. I just like, yo, you know, every time Stunner, even before the fame, I would like pull up on him and shoot and everything. So when I pulled up and everything, and we did it like in a garage, but the cadence of Stunner and the Baby was just so incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we did probably like 6 takes with the females and everything, and then it was crazy. But yeah, he had called me that night and he was like, yo, can you finish the video that night? You know what I'm saying? They really want to fuck with me. And like I said, I ain't know nothing about the Babies Camp or anything like that. So I gave the video to him, and they put it up, 1,000 views and everything. And then my engineer that works here, Prez, he was like, yo, they playing that song like crazy in the club, man. He was like, I guarantee you that video is going to hit 1 million views. Hit 1 million. And I was like, ain't no way. Hit 1 million views. And then Prez was like, yo, that shit is all on the radio. Like, Stunner's getting crazy movement and everything. And then it hit 10 million and then 20. And it was crazy. And I didn't even know how, when I had went to a show with Stunner, and it was a whole bunch of people, mostly white people. And the first line, he was like, I pop a perk, it give me most. When I say the fucking floor felt like it was about to cave in, I was like, oh yeah, he out of here. He out of here. But, when it hit like 30 million, 40 million, you know what I'm saying? And then the first thing you see is my name pop up, my logo pop up.
And how that feel?
It felt great. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like I was a part of North Carolina music, shifting the North Carolina music. Well, the industry really, because, when Stun and the Baby came on, it was like everybody was really trying to rap like them, you know what I'm saying? Or have videos like them and shit. So I really felt like, yo, I'm a part of that shit. So, when it comes to the views and when you were saying that, that's kind of how the same thing that I felt. I was like, wow, 20 million views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've never, it's incredible.
Word. And I would tell Derek, like, what the fuck? And then Derek be like, I'm like, Derek, I'm going to be famous. So then I started day one of being famous. Every day is day one. Fuck out of here. Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Word.
Oh, so that's the
Derek
vlog that
like,
you're doing.
Derek be like, it's day 5. I'm like, day 1. I was like, what the fuck? And he had to tell me, like, everything you want and everything you see for yourself, this the journey, and you live in this journey.
Yeah.
And I never looked at it like that. I thought it would happen overnight. But
no.
It's a journey, and to be living it every day and to see stuff change, and it's nothing I explain that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then you have to work twice as harder to keep it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was telling him, yo, it's a difference between rappers and artists. When you come into that artistry, yo, you got to be on point. You gonna have them late nights and shit like that. Like,
that's how I felt. And
yeah.
I think I was in a car with my boyfriend, and I was like, I got the motion, bae. I just need to know how to keep it. Yeah. And he was like I be talking to him about crazy shit all the time. I know he be there like, but I was like, I need to keep it. Like, I can't let it go away. Like, as long as I keep feeding this motion, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it's just like,
yeah,
out of here.
Yeah, as long as you got you seem like you got a good support system. You know what I'm saying, and that's good, especially when you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying, because
it keep you grounded.
Yeah. So do your boyfriend rap or do anything, or is he in?
He be writing stuff in his notes.
Okay.
He do that to challenge me.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Because I know it's different from dating a entrepreneur or anything like that. Like, if they're not in the same rim as you, it's kind of different for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always ask that for real.
Word.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? Just like I asked them, what's your year plan?
I like what Derek said, but I don't even know what's coming, but I know it's coming. And like, I feel it. Like, I'm certain. Like, it's not no question about it. Like, I know what's coming, and I know that when it comes, it's going to feel crazy. I know I'm going to have the fucking arenas and shit. Yeah. That shit is happening right now.
Yeah, you got to manifest it for real.
Yeah. And like, when I feel something like that, like, I don't feel shit for no reason. Like, I know.
Yeah.
Like, my mom, she go hard for me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, she
hard.
does.
And
she does.
Yeah. At the times where sometimes maybe I wouldn't feel it myself. I remember I hadn't went to a studio in like 3 months. I had moved back to New York, and when I came back home, I tried to go to the studio, and the session was trash. And I came home and I cried.
Wow.
And I was crying because I felt like this the only thing I see for me. If this don't work out, what's gonna work out?
Yeah.
Like, this, I didn't have no plan B or no plan C. Like, if this is not meant for me, then what the fuck is meant for me?
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember I was crying, and she was like, it's gonna get better, and you have to go back again and get the drift. And I got the drift, but it was her. Like, a lot of times it was her support that, like, she don't sleep on me ever. She
That's
go
what's
hard
up.
about her
That's what's
baby.
up.
In
Yeah.
the crowd, she's screaming. You could hear her. And to see her love me and love my music like that and sing the lyrics, like she be saying all my songs are made for her.
Yeah.
Like seeing that, like seeing one person do it, it's like the masses. Like you can't help but think big. Like you can't think small no more. It's kind of just like,
That's what's up.
I know the fucking industry need me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, I see that you had coming up like the had to hate it, medley. Shout out to
Hello.
Medley. Shout out to Medley. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Medley on their performance. It premieres at 444. Now I see that you have that tattoo. Like, what is that? What is that for?
I used to see that number a lot, and when my godfather passed away, it hit like I never felt no pain like that in my life.
Yeah.
And like I'm used to being strong, but I felt so weak, and I felt like everybody had to come to me to help bring me up. And I started seeing those numbers everywhere, and I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on right now? I would look at the clock, it would be 444. I would look at my phone.
Wow.
Things on a sign, I would see signs, places, 444, and I'm like, okay, let me look it up. It means that my angels are guiding me.
Yeah.
That they got me.
Facts.
That everything that I'm going through, they watching me, and I'm not alone. And that, to me, it felt like it was him.
Yeah.
Like he was there, and anytime I needed him, I would see the numbers. And it was hard for me to deal with that. So I would try to push him to the back and forget about him, because acting like he never existed was easier than him being taken away from me, is how I felt. So it was kind of like, yeah, I'm going to put that to the back. He never existed. And no, this was a constant, like, no, you don't throw him to the back.
Yeah,
like
fast.
But then it comes in mentally. I couldn't deal with it mentally. It hurt too bad. And
so if you don't mind me asking, like, how was he taken away?
he overdosed. Yes. So I'm not going to cry, but I felt so angry at him because I wanted him to come to me, because I would have helped him with whatever. And yeah, I was like a teenager, but my love for that man was like, I'm going hard about him all the time. And a couple months before he passed, he was locked up for a while. So I kind of felt like I had just got him back, and then I lost him. And then I felt like it was my fault, because I should have known that he needed help. And I should have known that in my head, I was making him out to be so strong. And the truth was that he needed help. Yeah. And he needed help with the substance and help with everything with life. He came out in Corona. So his parole officer was missing her dates. Fucking bitch. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
She was missing the dates to check up on him. So he just felt like, oh, she not there this day she's supposed to be, so I could slip up.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I do feel like the system failed him. I feel like they wasn't on top of their shit the way they should have been. It should have been a parole officer there. It should have been, and all through COVID, I mean, it was new to everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how he passed.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I had a friend recently passed from a heroin overdose. One of my best friends, Brock, that I grew up with, man. So, but yeah, I'm telling you, you don't know, because I know a lot of people don't reach out and say, yo, I need help, or tell people, oh yeah, I need help with this, I'm going through this and stuff. They try to handle on their own, and it's crazy that they go to substance abuse or drug abuse, abuse or whatever like that. So I'm definitely sorry about that. I definitely know how you feel on that.
Yeah, and then it's like that just changed me a lot. It like flipped a switch. Like, no, I used to think that my loved ones was protected forever.
Yeah.
Which they are. I pray on them all the time. I don't play about God. I love God. But no, people could die any second. Yeah. And that shit just boosted my anxiety. And when my mom leave the house and my brother's out, like, yeah, they don't see it, but I'm thinking about it. I'm praying about it. I get like, it's crazy what that could do to you, because I never saw that happening to me. I never saw someone that I love so much being taken away.
Yeah. and it happens quick. When I say quick,
Yeah.
you know, my sister had a friend. Her name was Eva, and when we used to stay in the projects, they used to have like this circle where the buses and cars would go like around the projects to go to the other side. So it was like a kind of a runaway. But long story short, they had got into a fight, a big fist fight. And in the project, you know what I'm saying, no cops would come around. They used to let you fight and whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't talk to Eva for like a week. And Eva had gotten into a fight, just getting off the bus. And the way these buses are, they rock back. Whenever they're in park, they rock back and then they go. And somehow Eva got pushed under the bus and her head got smushed. And I was 11 years old and I saw this with my own eyes. So that right there, and all my sister was saying was like, yo, I never got to say I'm sorry. I never got to do this. I never got to do that. So that's the reason why I live my life like that. Like, whenever me and my girl have an argument, I always say, well, I don't want us to go to bed mad, or, let's talk it out or do some stuff. And I always tell her, yo, I'm traveling up and down in this road, like something can happen to me and then boom, we can't talk about it. Why you got to go to that? Why you got to? It's real though.
Nah,
it's
be
real.
that deep.
Yeah, it does.
100%.
Yeah, because you never know the next time you're gonna talk to somebody.
Ever.
Yeah.
And the day before it happened, he kept calling me, and I came from Staten Island to stay in Brooklyn for like a couple weeks because I wanted to be there for him.
Yeah.
And he kept calling me, and I was like, Nino, I gotta go. I gotta pack the stuff up to whatever. And he was like, ain't none of us like his little fuck ass girlfriend because we just ain't fucking like her. But I wasn't gonna be that person to be like, oh well, I don't fucking like her, so no, because that's how everybody else was to him. So for me, it was like, if you love her and you sure about her, then I love her too. Fuck it. And so he was like, tell her that she's cool and like you don't hate her. And I'm like, I don't. Like, I love you. Whoever you love, I love them because you love them.
Yeah.
And I had that talk with him, and later that night, we got the phone call. Wow. And I didn't have no strength, like none. I remember I fought to go up to the room to see him because it was COVID. They didn't let nobody. And I was going to be broken if I didn't. So they went at it with the receptionist, my mom.
Yeah.
Like, my mom going hard. And I remember going up there by myself and heartbroken. Like, I just forget about it because it's easier, but I never felt no pain like that in my life.
Damn. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard, but you know what I'm saying? But that gives you an outlook on life, though. Like, tomorrow's not promised. The next hour is not promised.
And I always had that a little, like, younger. I used to cry like I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Like, and even now, still now, but he showed me a lot. Like, and then to be so close to me, for me to love you so much, and I feel like I questioned my relationship with God, everything. Yeah. And it was ugly, like real ugly, but I had to pick myself up from it.
I understand that, man. Okay, on a lighter note, we finna play this game.
All right.
Because I told you, because the last time you was citing Biggie lyrics in there, I was like, okay, all right. Knowing how young she is.
The juicy, I know.
I was like, okay. When were you born?
2004.
2004?
Yeah.
Wow.
Word.
Wow. I was out of high school when you were born.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for making me feel
old.
I am. I'm old. I'm old. But I still look good at 39 though.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, player. Whisper in the mic.
I know, right? Girl, let me tell you
but
something
the
right
hits.
quick. Let me tell you
Nothing
something
but
right
the
quick.
hits.
Yeah,
Nothing but the motherfucking hits.
Okay, we're gonna play this little game. So this is 90s trivia. But the thing to this, you just can't answer the question. You got to say it. You got to, you know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll sing it with you because I like this old school game. All right, we got to shuffle them up. And I'm going to let you know something. Nobody in the history has got all of them right. I only do probably like 5 or 6.
Nah, I know I'm not about to get all of them right. Like, get that out the window now.
Nobody in the history has got this right. But, we're going to see how your trivia is. Okay, I'm going to see. And I'm going to do some easy ones. I'm going to see.
Right.
Okay. Do you know who Sunshine Anderson is?
No.
Okay. Heard it all before. You know the song? Okay.
No.
Damn. Well, I can't do that one.
I told you.
Okay.
He bringing a 90s game.
Yeah,
Only bring me Biggie, Kim.
And I'm gonna look for. Okay. All right. See, here's another DMX. Everybody know who DMX is.
All right.
Okay. DMX dated 3 girls with the same name: A. Brenda, B. Letitia, C. Nikki, D. Kim.
What I gotta do?
Huh? Yeah, it's multiple choice.
Oh.
Three
they all had
three
the same
women.
name.
Yeah. There was
Say the
Brenda,
names again.
Letitia.
Yeah,
man,
word.
And
He dated 3 of them with the same.
It was
wild
about.
For that.
It was about 3.
Say it again.
Okay. DMX dated 3 girls with this name: Brenda, Letitia, Nikki, Kim.
What the fuck? Why the fuck I'm worried about who he dating? I don't give a fuck. What the fuck?
It was a D. It was about 3 Kims on that song.
You just said it.
I know.
Kim.
See you. Oh God. Okay, let me do another one. Okay, let me see something that'll be easier for you. Let me see. Let me find a little Kim reference since you.
Yo, what the fuck? How am I supposed to know who his girlfriend is? What the fuck?
no, because
Oh,
it's in a song. It's in a
Word.
song. Yeah, it's in a song. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. You know who John Legend is?
Yeah.
Okay.
His sad ass.
Okay. Why does John Legend suggest that we take it slow? Because we're what?
I think he said because we young or something. No? Fuck.
It's the name of the song.
Take it slow.
We're just
Ordinary people.
okay.
A boy dedicated that shit to me once.
Oh, for real?
I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, he's a sensitive ass.
Yeah, word.
He was light skinned, wasn't he? He was light skinned, wasn't he?
No, he was a little chocolate. Little,
What?
Yeah, word. I
Girl.
had all of them like that, I swear.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what I used to do back in the 90s, and brother, you can probably I'd be on the phone with a girl.
Here you go.
Be on the phone with a girl. Girl, let me tell you how I feel about you.
Oh
And then
my
you
God.
put the phone up to the radio. Then you put the phone up to the radio.
Bye.
Exactly.
Imagine if that love was still here, like
Yeah, it
these
ain't
days, though.
for real. It ain't nothing like that 90s love. Ain't nothing like that 90s love, man.
Like,
For
what
real.
the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna see. You probably don't know who Deborah Cox is. I'm
Word, no.
Yeah, no. Okay. All right. Jagged Edge. You know who Jagged Edge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Type shit. Yeah, I'm probably
Okay.
gonna get it wrong.
Okay. Where did Jagged Edge say we have to meet?
I don't know.
Meet me at the.
Altar.
Yeah. Okay. Wearing a what?
Wearing a dress, no? White dress.
Oh, white dress.
Yeah.
Okay. But you gotta sing it though.
I don't know how it go.
Meet
I could
me
try.
at the
Meet me at the altar.
the white dress.
Derek swear. He be swearing I could try and sing his song. I be like,
Okay. All right. You know who Trey Songz is.
Yeah.
Okay. What did Trey Songz say you were gonna think after you have sex with him?
I don't fucking know. It's freaky ass.
Girl, you gonna think.
You won't think I even had sex. Well, you gotta start singing it first, then I'm gonna get it. Cause what the fuck?
Oh, okay. All right. What you know who Genuine is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm about to do a remix to In Those Jeans.
Okay. All right. Okay. Classic. Okay. Oh man, let me tell you this story right quick.
What?
My uncle had died, my mom's brother, and he was a DJ. And they were trying to play some music where people was coming in and everything, and he was a DJ, and they got one of his CDs mixed up. And somebody had put on In Those Jeans, and as people was walking down the aisle, all you heard was I was like, what is going on here? And all you heard was Jeans like, I said, oh boy, if my mama would have heard that, it would have been a rap. My mama's hard of hearing, but if she would have heard it, it would have been a rap. Okay, it says, what time did Genuine say he would be home alone? A, 5 o'clock, B, 7 o'clock, C, 12 o'clock, D, 9 o'clock.
I don't fucking know. Whatever time he felt like it.
All alone, paging you.
5.
Look, it wasn't 5 o'clock. Kiera, quit trying to tell her it was 9 o'clock. Get your light skinned ass.
90s, like. Don't
It is.
come for my girl, right?
Okay, all right. Here's another genuine joint. Okay, when did genuine realize that his whole life has changed?
Do the thing.
My whole life has changed.
Since you came in.
Okay, that's it.
I knew back then.
Hey.
You were that special one. I'm so.
No, she didn't do the run with it.
So
Run.
This the Dessiblue mix, all right?
Oh, okay. All right, let me.
Damn, y'all could have gotten that like a choir or something.
All right, let me see. Oh, this is a good one. You know who Yin Yang Twins is, right?
No.
You don't know who Yin Yang Twins is? Come on now.
Swear.
Get your girl on board
y'all sound
now.
like mad old heads right now.
What? Yin Yang Twins?
No. Probably
Whistle
if I see
while
them.
you twerk. Go ahead and start it. Make the fart and whistle while you twerk. Search something. Yin Yang in the thing.
No.
What? Yeah, you from New York.
I've been one of the Yin Yang brothers.
You from New York. Okay.
Exactly. You not asking me like. You asking me mad like what the fuck?
Let me see if you still know this though. How many times did Kane from the Yin Yang Twins say he went to the club? I'd have been to the club about
double digits or single. What the fuck?
I done been to the club about 50 land times.
No.
Girl, can I play with your panty line? Come on, dude. Now we got to get you on point.
He's wilding right now.
We got to get you on point.
He's wilding right now.
All right, let me find a little Kim.
Somewhere.
Reference. Yeah, let me see. Oh no, here go a Biggie reference since you like Biggie.
All right,
okay.
let's see.
What did Biggie tell you? What did Biggie tell you to do after you throw your rollie in the sky? Throw your rollers in the sky. It was on More Money, More Problems. It's on More Money, More Problems.
All right, hold on. Let me run it back in my head. I know it because it rhymed with, he was like. I can't get the. Please, I be that.
It said throw your rollers in the sky and wave them side to side.
Well, I give your girl an eye, something like that. No?
Yeah.
And then he went into Miracle Dream. I be that, something like that.
Yeah. It was More Money, More Problems. Okay, here's another Biggie reference. Okay. All right. What magazine did Biggie read? It was in Juicy.
Hold on. Let me start rapping the words.
Yeah.
Hold on, I know it, I swear. Start the song. I got a brain fart. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
There you go.
Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. And pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic, Molly Moore.
Yeah.
Let me add like Puffy. Brought to my tape.
Yeah.
Yo, Derek be saying that. I be telling him. I be like, Derek, when I perform, can you just be right there? He be like, I'm not trying to be like Puff.
If you don't want the executive producer all in the video.
Word. He be like, nah, that's not me.
Okay. You know who Too Short is?
No.
What?
Word. No.
What? You know, Mama, you know who Too Short is?
Exactly.
Oh,
she don't know that either.
Y'all from New York. What's my favorite word? Bitch.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. Here's a Tupac reference.
All right.
At what age was Tupac kicked out on the street? 17, 14, 13, or 16? It was in the song Dear Mama. Me and Mama had pink 17, kicked down on the street. Back in the time.
You say the ages again. You losing a fucking card.
17, 14, 13, 16.
13?
No.
Close?
No.
I don't fucking know then.
17.
17.
All
right,
let's do one more. I gotta find a A little
Shuffle
Kim,
the deck.
a little Kim reference. Ooh,
Shuffle
yeah,
the
here
deck.
go one. Here go one right here.
Let's
Okay.
see.
All right. What did Little Kim say you can make disappear in your mouth? That she can make disappear in her mouth.
Fucking was it a Coke bottle or a Sprite bottle?
A Sprite can.
Yeah. Oh my God. Nah, I remember.
My ears was like,
I ain't had no business rapping at my
swear.
age. And I got older. I'm like, what the fuck did she just say? I'm like, huh?
I'm like, I'm curious. I'm 11 years old. Like, I'm curious. Like, what
I'm
the
singing
fuck?
that shit thinking that she just talking like she do magic and shit. No, that's
Oh,
not
yeah,
what the fuck
that's
she
magic is all right.
Word.
That's magic, all right.
Word. She was
Okay.
wildin'.
That's what's up, man. Okay. All right. That'll be the end of it, man.
Word.
For real. I appreciate you coming through. Oh, your shout outs. What you going to shout out?
Oh, shout out to my team.
Oh.
Shout out to the people who love me because I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Nino. Long live him. And shout out to my supporters. Shout out to God, the Most High.
That's
Word.
what's up. That's what's
it.
up.
Y'all can follow me on IG at Dessiblue. Almost all my social medias is Dessiblue. So
Mm-hmm.
DESSI, blue like the color.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. Okay. Thank you for coming by and playing this game. And
Word.
somebody got to come through and get all these right. I ain't had nobody yet to get all
You're
of them
what?
right.
Because those is like, I don't know.
This is the best era. The 90s is the best era.
Yeah, but like, what the fuck? Like,
I think that's your favorite word right there. Because you
What the
always say,
fuck?
what the fuck?
word. What the fuck?
All right, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming through for real, for real.
Of course.
And, you know what I'm saying, I definitely see that talent, you know what I'm saying, and every time that I look at an artist and I was like, yo, they do have potential, or that person's going to pop. You know, it may happen 5 years from now or whatever, but, you know, I do see greatness in you for real, for real.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that to everybody, I'm telling you.
Y'all heard it here, motherfucking first.
For real, for real. Medley said that shit first, for real, for real.
Word.
Okay, man. And this is the Robert Medley, the Medley Media Podcast, coming straight out of the. Hold on. This is Robert Medley coming straight out of the Medley Media Podcast. And as always, pull up, shoot, edit, repeat. Peace.